guys. Hold on, I'm just trying to... Oops. Mute my ass. Why is it so dark? Ah. Stop being dark. Oh well. Alright. Hi Lena, hi April, hi Movina, hi Bucks of Paint, hi Susan, hi Dominic. How are you guys today? Hi Sally. Can I speak again? Hello. Hold on. Why is this so annoying? Why? Why? I don't know. I don't know. Did I do? Okay. Is this any better? Oh no, Susan, what? Getting bored and done with total lockdown. I know it needs to stay. It's not helping the winter blues. Yeah. It's not like we have a choice though. Sounds fine for you. Okay, this is gonna be a bit of a weird sound because I'm looking through something that is just next to the mic. Where's my stupid eraser? Right, didn't find it. Okay, sorry about that. Extra noise. And Shiki Cam. What are Scout and Peko up to today? For now, they're napping. Quite soundly, too. They do a lot of napping. They're cats, after all. keeping so. Oh yeah. Tea. It's black tea. Hey, Kevin. Joe Biden kind of looks like this. Aw. The thing with Bernie Sanders over the week was really quite funny. I want that drawing. What drawing? What a surprise, right? Honestly, that Dawn should have progressed into bubbles way sooner. States have kind of been super strict and haven't figured a way to be reintegrated thus slowly. Yeah. Well, I think most North American countries, so US and Canada, we didn't really do our best in the current crisis. Did you see the Bernie mittens and kittens? No! I saw all the Bernie mittens and all the Bernie memes, but not the one with kittens. I heard he did a thing where he printed himself on t-shirts or maybe sweaters and sold them, and all the profits went to to Meals on Wheels for Vermont, which is rather nice. We never had a bubble system at all, as far as I'm aware. Yeah, me neither. Most North American country, exactly. Too. My brain caught up a bit late on that. I don't want to speak for other places because there's a lot to consider, but I feel like Canada and the US are similar on a lot of aspects. So, but yeah, the whole attitude of putting our heads in the sand is not great. Ooh, USA bombed on how this situation is handled, but can you blame us with how crappy we're? No, absolutely not. Like it's not a matter of blame on anyone in particular, but it's just a kind of a I just find it difficult to parse in a way, because it's like there has been good examples of what to do, and like if you take countries like Korea, and Korea has done really well, I think. Might be other, but Korea is the first one that comes to mind. And our general attitude of trying to be really gentle with people and make it a really like it's gonna be quick, it's gonna be small, haha, you'll be out of the quarantine in no time and the lockdown and all that. And I mean, it was not very helpful to do that, because people I feel like it didn't serve the severity of the situation. Anyway, blah 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 blah. Yeah, he sold them to a charity. Definitely a nice way to go about a meme. Definitely. Sounds like what Bernie would do. Yeah. He looked so grumpy on that photo. I was like, oh, that is so relatable. It's fine. I need to laugh, and I think we all crave some fun and light conversation. Oh yeah, always. Hey, Phoebe, hi. Hey, Misha. No, Biden. Yeah, Biden had to put the stops to a lot of stuff that was going on. That I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna pronounce myself on whether or not they're good ideas. You probably know what I think of them, but it's just the fact that it's not the things to focus on right now. Really, not with whatever's happening with COVID at the moment. So can we just not focus on stuff like the pipeline when we have people to care for? Who is Amanda Gorman? Oh, that was for the inauguration, I guess. Oh, Dominic. Dominic says, I can't believe that right when we have a crappy president, we get a pandemic. Like, why did Obama have to be president prior to a pandemic? I think it was the whole 2020 thing. Like, 2020 had to be bad. Everything bad happened. I feel like Y2K was actually referring to 2020, not 2000. The bug. There's probably people in chat who were born after Y2K. Which blows my mind. People who were born during Y2K can now, well, at least here in Canada, they can drink alcohol. And this is the year where they'll be able to drink in the US. Which is, yeah, that's a thing, apparently. I feel old. I'm glad that you ordered a light tablet, Sally. That's super, super helpful for transferring artwork. Hey, Mikey, hi. I was getting tired of carbon paper. Does carbon paper kind of smudges on the surface? Just curious. Trying to finish my tea before it gets cold. Sorry. That reminds me, I tried using the transfer technique of rubbing graphite on the back of the drawing and tracing it with the pen. Worked a lot better than I thought it would. Yeah, I think it's mostly a matter of what you're transferring to. And the sort of the big issue that you can happen upon is smudging. Carbon paper smudges a little and it's too faint. And you can't see your progress without moving everything. Oh no. I also bought some graphite paper but haven't tried it yet. I think I bought some once and the thing is hold on. I really don't like doing like art like oh my gosh, what Kevin? Okay, doing art like sketching fine, but when it comes to line art, I'm trying Clip Studio Paint this stream. Ooh, awesome. Okay, so I really don't like doing line art. Like, sketching is fine, but when it comes to line art, I kind of like... I think the big thing with line art is you gotta find a tool you enjoy for doing the line art. Mine is definitely the brush pen. Like, it's really comfortable in my brain to use the brush pen to line artwork, so I don't bother anymore. But like, if you give me microns, I would probably not want to line up the artwork. Not that microns are bad or anything, they're just not my vibe. So yeah, these are the small paintings for the Patreon rewards of January. I had 4 of them to make. So I sketched them some time ago and finally had the extra energy to ink them this week. And I thought that I could paint them today. Why not? Oh wait, I I focused on my painting for a second, and now the chat is all hold on, where's my mouse? Okay, hold on. I also like that with dip pens I can pick my own color of ink and switch if I need to. I really like using blue ink. Yeah, I have a few bottles of waterproof ink that I like to use for inking, but I would use a brush as opposed to a dip pen. Honestly, line art is super tedious, but I think it's totally worth the result. I am totally in love with my refillable brush pen at the moment. Is it the Pentel one? The Pentel one is really nice. It's the one I use, so I'm biased. Alex says, anyone else have the problem where the sketch looks great and fluid and then you put the lines in and it looks stiff and horrible? Yeah, all the time. Yeah, for me, digital line art is the worst. Do you have a screen tablet, or do you have like a regular tablet with no screen? Hey, Lab Accident, hi! Pentel Pocket Brush Pen. Yeah, that's the good one. Calligraphy brush pen with refillable ink. Ooh, that sounds interesting. All right. I got up. Sally has a question. It says, what size brush pens do you use the most? Well, it only comes in one size. Like, most of my inking is done with either the carbon pen, fountain pen, and the Pentel brush pen. And that's it. I have other inking pens and fountain pens, but the ones I use the most are these two. Sorry. Boop. What color was that blue paint? The one for the backgrounds? It's one of the super granulating schminke paints. It's Galaxy Violet. I really thought I was gonna use these paints for my granulating backgrounds on the rewards because I really like doing that, and I thought that it would be an excellent use of these specific paints. The main problem is not being practiced enough. Well, you know what the solution to that one is, right? My friend gave me my brush pen, he had 3. Ah, that's good. I have quite a few spares, I gotta say. And they last a really, really long time. Unless you like do some crazy stuff with them, but like regular use, brush pen is gonna last you for many, many years. I have several Pentel brush pens and I love them, but the calligraphy one is the one I use at the moment. Oh, awesome! Hey Dan, how were the cinnamon buns? Okay, size brush. Oh, it was size brush pen. Yeah. Well, it comes in only one size, so. Got a couple of pit brush pens at the recommendation of a friend who used them for line art. Problem with those is that they're not refillable, but they're quite nice. Pentel is often underrated because they're everywhere, but my favorite pencil is a Pentel I've had for 16 years. What is it? What model? Alright, sorry. Dang it. I keep on missing on the chat. I need a good mechanical pencil. I keep getting cheap ones that stop working after a month. Well, there are so many mechanical pencils. Hey, Tsukabu, hi! I've run all the writing off and can't tell. Is it a ballpoint pen? What kind of pen is it? I'm just curious. Okay. I should keep this nearby. Right. Whew. Sorry. It's always a big moment of concentration to do the washes of the backgrounds. What I need is a good sharpener. There's so many different sharpeners. Electric sharpeners are the best to sort of avoid lead breakage. It's an old blue mechanical pencil with a lead shield at the tip. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Acrylic inks are really good for inking if you want colored ink to ink for watercolor, because it's waterproof. You can get some really nice used electric sharpeners on eBay. Gotta be careful to make sure that they work or whatnot, but they have nice old models with, like, you know, the wood veneer on the side. If I didn't already have an electric sharpener, I would seriously consider getting a vintage one. I mean, less stuff that ends up in the trash, and that was made back when they made things to last, which is not the case right now. My grandfather used to use his knife to sharpen everything, but I don't do. My grandfather would do that too. When I would go to my grandparents to just to visit them, they had the box of old pencils my aunt and my mom used to have when they went to school. So really old pencils, and they didn't have any sharpener. So whenever I wanted a pencil sharpened, I would have to go ask my grandma or my grandpa, and I was like, "Oh, can you sharpen it?" And my grandpa would take a knife and sharpen the pencil. I'm still really in favor of the vintage wood veneered electric sharpeners. They look so cool! Oh, and they seem to have a good capacity too. I have one that I got 17 years ago, and it still works, but it has a really small capacity, and when the electric sharpener is too full, it stops sharpening really well. Which it makes sense. I mean, it's cluttered with all the shavings, so. One of the best pencil sharpeners I've tried was shaped like a poop. And I mean, it works really well. Hold on, I'm sure I can find it. So I got this one. Someone sent me this one, and it also works really well. Oh, where is the purple one? Anyway. Oh my gosh. Old legs. Sharpener. Ah, there it is. Excellent sharpener. I remember the time I went to sharpen a pencil with a knife, lost a chunk of my left thumb. Like a bit of it. Oh my god. What? Dang, Kevin. The important part of a sharpener is the alignment of the blade. If that's right, it can be the cheapest plastic. Ooh. maybe I fixed it. Though my chat is completely borked. Oh yeah, good. Alright, hold on, let me fix this. Alright. Yay. Alright, so hi Paulo. Hey, Otto. Hi. Yeah, it was my internet. I'm sorry. It disconnected for like a few minutes, and it doesn't happen often enough that I know exactly what to do when it happens. And it took me a moment to realize that I had to relaunch my streaming software. Mikey. Ah. Sorry. All right. Yay! I think this sharpener broke my internet. It's like, no, how dare you? I'm like, what? What? Hold on, I'm missing a painting. Oh no, I flipped it like a dumbass. Oh, it's fine. Okay. So which one did I paint first? Was it this one? I think so. YouTube wanted to censor your poop pencil sharpener. I know! I know, it's cursed, but it looks so happy. How can it be cursed with a face like that? Hi, I sharpen stuff super well. Anyway. Give it a blonde wig. Why? Oh no. No, how dare you disgrace my little sharpener like that. It's not orange, it's brown. It doesn't work. Then says my granny once had a bag that she thought was decorated with owls, but they weren't owls, they were poop emojis. Aww. My old sharpener is a bunny and the teeth move up and down when you turn a pencil on it. Aww. Hey, Rowdy boy, hi. heard you talking and came over yelling at me. I made a new friend, guys. Yeah, cat friend, of course. Duh. And it's a really cute kitty that somehow comes over and chills in our windows. And like my cats really react to him, but he just likes hanging out, and he really likes it when I go out to pet him and give him a few treats, which is adorable. He's such a fluffy good boy too, because he has his winter coat, so he's absolutely floofy. It's how to befriend a cat, good bribery, exactly. He was a bit skittish at first, but when he saw hot treats, he became friendly, and now he's just happy to see me. And also the treats, but like sometimes he wants the petting first. And I've seen cats who are really after the treats, and he's really not like that, which is really cute. Hey, Fairy Dust, hi! Scattered Pickle when this with another cat. Who's this, mommy? Yeah, one time it was hilarious. I went outside to feed the cat friend, and I was petting him, and I look up at the window and I see Scout there, but she was in just the right angle so that both her eyes were laser eyes, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's gonna destroy me. There is a stray at my local supermarket. I feed him every time I am there and see her. Can't take her home because we rent, and I think my cat will squash her. Oh no! Oh, she's the supermarket cat. That's so sweet. Having pets is the best thing ever, I agree. Or having, like, friendly animals that you can interact with. Yep, schminke paints. It's the paints I use for all of these so that there's some consistency. And like I don't have to question every time I take the paints out if they're gonna be light fast or whatnot. One of my dad's cat he had was a Russian blue-gray boy called Smokey. He rescued him from under a pallet in front of the shop he worked, and the rest is history. He was so soft and gentle. Aww. Holga has done me the solid of making her nest in a tube I put under the fluff that shows through the acrylic cage. I can see her sleeping all day, little cutie. Oh, that's so cute. That's a great trick. I had a feeling it was schminke paints. The blue granulation is pretty uncommon. Well, the backdrop is one of the super granulating colors. Is it? The Galaxy one. Otto has done the Tundra colors and the Deep Sea ones, I think. But yeah, they're these mixed they made that feature all granulating pigments. I kind of wish they had come out with the forest colors first, because those would have been my first pick. Gotta love some nice greens. I want the Tundra and the Deep Sea ones, but they're stinking expensive anywhere. To be fair, I saw them on a Canadian website and it was like $25 a tube. And I was like, who has $125 for like 5 tubes? What the heck? Okay, so big secret, granulation mediums are useless. They're terrible, honestly. Yeah, I've done the Tundra and Deep Sea so far. The other colors are to come in the following weeks. I'm so excited. I'm really excited to see your video on the forest ones. Oh, but man, those greens. Come on. Hey, Jacksons, do you have a few sets for spare? I will happily review those. Like, anytime. I mean, I'm joking. I feel so fortunate already that they had the Roman small paints like available to send me so that I could do a review on those. I would be perfectly fine with the whole thing if they told me they were permanent colors that will be available like forever. Then I would be like, oh, okay, fine, so I can save up. Might take me like 2 years to save up enough, but at least I know that I will be able to get them at some point. I think blue colors are just generally more sellable. Yeah, possibly. I mean, I'm not saying they're not. I'm just saying that for me, the greens would have been a really nice first release. The only thing I would say, though, is that the first 3 sets they released, the first 15 colors, they're mostly variants of the same 3 colors. So having some more green in there would have been nice, but yeah. Hey, Alex! Jackson's just keeping... Oh no! That I do not understand, because I'm certain you drive a lot of traffic to them. So I'm like, what are you guys doing? What's up? Wake up. Oh, speaking of granulating colors and the schminky ones and all that, would be a good moment to mention that if you would like to try them at a really affordable price, go check out Otto's Patreon. Otto, you can put the link in the description. I'm sure you guys all know about Otto already, but in case you don't, I think it's the $17 tier or something. I don't remember, I'm sorry. But yeah, like super generous dot cards, and you can try the colors on there, and it's like an excessively good deal. Sometimes it's enough to sort of get them out of your system, and you didn't break the wallet for that, so I think it's a stellar idea. I keep emailing them going, hey, I want to work together, but I never get a reply. Aww. $17 and upward tiers. Good. Glad I remembered that. Given. Yeah, it's... I don't know how they do the artist collaboration thingies. Seems to be kind of more about timing than anything. I have the Tundra colors this month for us next month. Ooh. You can backorder the Galaxy, Deep Sea, and Glacier ones when you sign up to receive dot cards. That's so cool. Maybe I just sound too desperate. No, I don't think so. I don't think that's really the way they seem to be set up. I think it's either that they are overwhelmed with work, so a lot of things like either take some time to get a reply, or like when you write them they don't have anything going on, so they're like, oh, we will write her back when we have something, and then they sort of forget. Hey Lee, hi. I have too many paints according to my mom. She about had a tantrum. Yeah. It's difficult to well, anyway. And I'm so excited for the video about the forest colors. I kind of want to see how feasible it would be for me to sort of have the same main pigment on a palette and do similar colors as the next best thing before I can afford tubes. And it's not specifically dirty, but close enough. And I'll hit the bathroom, so buy a break. Be right back. Whoever decided that vitamins could be gummies is a genius. They taste a lot better than they used to too. Yeah, definitely. There's plenty of options now for vegan ones and all that. Oh, that reminds me. I don't know if I posted it to the Discord, but I know I sent Otto, but I sent her a video last week of seals singing. Oh my gosh, I don't remember the title. Of course I don't. Anyway, seals singing a seal song. You know, Seal the singer? One of his most famous songs. And it's just one of the best things ever. It's so funny. Oh, c'est Kiss from a Rose. Yeah, that's the one. But sung by seals. It's just wonderful. I kind of I'm getting stupid ideas, like having that as a phone ringtone. No, you've heard of Seal. Dan, it's impossible. I won't believe that anyone in chat has never heard of Seal. Like, you might not know it's him, but you've heard the song for sure. Ah, but man, the seals. Everything they make featuring seals, like the animal, is so good all the time. It's always brilliant. Song Crazy is another one that most would know. From him? I only know the... Well, it's just... By name, I think the only crazy song I know would be the Niles Barkley one. I think. But it's possible that if I would hear it, I would be like, oh yeah, that one. Yeah, okay. Honestly, when you say it said seal, I always double take to see if they mean a normal seal and the seal. I know, right? My ringtone for Handsome is I Believe in a Thing Called Love by The Darkness. That's awesome. That's kind of really cute. No, but the thing is it's not Seal himself. It's the cover of his song made by a bunch of seals that is, like, unbelievable. They recorded a lot of real seals making noise and used the clips to make them sing the Kiss by Rose song. Yeah, it's pure genius, I agree. Are you watching it, Dominic? I never knew a seal could belt out an old... They're amazing. I'm so gonna have to re-listen to it again once once the live stream is over. And laugh my socks off. them those flares too. I know. Amisha, you've been given the opportunity to create new mud, which is kind of cool. Oh, awesome, Amisha. I've been motivated to get out my paints today. Yes! Sometimes I just feel like painting blobs of colors and mixing stuff. Hey, Mallory! Hi! It's always a good day to paint. I know. most adorable little calico. Sweet girl. Oh my gosh, Alex, what? All I've done today is frog work. Oh no. No, I had a plastic water bottle, very well labeled, and I had water in it that I had kept sticking pipettes into it. Oh, okay. Whew. That's okay. Aw, that's fine. Like, no one would blame you for that. Frogging a project is basically unraveling it. Usually makes an awful load of curly yarn. Sometimes it's really helpful to have two really different containers, one for drink and one for paint water. Like, I grabbed this one because I didn't have any access to my bowls I usually use, but with paint water in a bowl, you don't really think about drinking it as much. He says, I got a giant jar I can't wrap my hands around for my paint water and a narrow-topped mug to keep me from dipping brushes in my tea. That's a good difference. Oh no, Mallory, that's no fun. Being comfortable in one's office or studio is so important for creativity. Oh, Neuron. Neuron is like, how can I mess up things the most? Hold on, let me figure it out. I just can't stand the lack of light. Oh. Is there a way you could shuffle things around and get yourself a studio in a space that has a bit more light? Then you learn how to wring the edge of a jar for a refill. So, oh my gosh, I will probably mess up your last name. I'm sorry, but Alex Gruspier says, oh, that's so true. When I was doing my thesis, we had an office and a huge Cintiq tablet to work with proper chairs, lumbar support. And when the virus hit and I had to work at home, it was a very difficult transition. Yeah, I know. There's something really efficient in having like an outdoor, like in another locale work space, like a space dedicated just for that, because you don't have the distractions, and usually the tools you have access to are really more suitable. Dominic, I remember I had a jar of paint water that somehow started to granulate my M. Graham paints. I was sort of off-put by it, but somehow intrigued. I think Lee has a whole article about that. It's not my house. Oh, yeah. I can totally get it. Hi, Kelly! Hey! I honestly can't believe I used to get work done sitting on my couch or in bed with my tablet on my lap. Eep. Yeah, I can see that. Oh. Someone earlier asked about snacks while painting, I think. I don't usually eat while painting, but snacks are awesome. I could do with a snack. Probably gonna get some, like one of the... We have sort of terrible apples at the moment. They're not really good to like munch on, but I can always slice it up and eat it with peanut butter. It's a bit better that way. I've been going crazy over Koala's March. Oh, I wish I had access to good snacks. I don't know why. Like, nice snacks, I struggle finding some here. Hey, welcome back, Phoebe. Hi, that was me. I like Fruit Loops or Rice Krispies. How do you deal with Rice Krispies, though? They're so tiny. I'd get annoyed real fast. Oh, do you guys remember? I think there used to be, like, marshmallow Rice Krispies cereals. They would be like clumps of Rice Krispies stuck together with marshmallow. Is that a thing? I just had a weird flash. Hey Val, hi. I thought it was just me that was dealing with yucky apples. Oh no, definitely not. There's one sort of apple that is really good all year long, and it's they don't sell it at our like grocery delivery place we order from. We'd have to go to the other grocery, but enjoying some chips, crisps lately for my arting munchies. But thing is any kind of snack that is too fatty, I would be worried about putting some of it on the painting. So it'd have to be something that is either dry or like say it's fruit that has like some wetness but that is not greasy. It's much easier to wipe off like water from fingers than fat. How do you guys dispose of the dirty water if you've used toxic pigment? In the sink. I mean, my personal stance on that is that we overreact a bit in general, because like we all want to do good and we see the toxic label on the pigments and we all go a bit like it is serious. Not saying it's not serious, but I think in the grand scope of things, paint water is a really teeny tiny fraction of the stuff that gets put in the water supply, and it's not exactly that worrisome. If you just take a moment to think about every human-based thingy that ends up in the water supply, the stuff they use to filter it out, clean it up, is gonna take care of the toxic pigments as well. I am not worried about cadmium. I'm more worried about, you know, really gross stuff. Sorry. I have small hands and I'm skilled at shoving handfuls of them in my mouth. Oh, good! We ordered our groceries earlier in the week and the only thing that showed up ran out of stock as we ordered. But 4 bags of crisps and a block of cheese. That's hilarious! I never get apple fries. Ew. Wait, what? Cheese and chips, most important part of a grocery. Sorry. Just the drain and fingers crossed the plant filtration plant deals with it. They have to. With the kind of absolutely ghastly thing, I feel better myself. I feel less bad about putting it in the sink than putting it in the dump. Because at least the water in a city has to be like seriously filtered. Like crazy filtered. So I know that the pigments is gonna be like, they're gonna be filtered out, not worried. But if I put it in the trash, it might end up in a landfill. And if it rains on the landfill, then the pigment might end up other places. Though I don't know what they do with the gunk they filter out of the drinking water. Perhaps it ends up at the dump, so all in all... Doesn't want to go to a sanitation center before being reused, sent back to the water table. It has to! It absolutely has to! Maybe I should flush the dirty water in the toilet to make sure it goes to the sanitation plant. Yeah, that would work too. But I mean, all water ends up in the sewer. And sewer gets to the sanitation plant. Yeah, watercolor isn't a huge deal, but I think if you're in oils, it might be a bigger deal with disposing paints and hair. I agree, completely. Like, turpentine is not great. Toronto gets water from Lake Ontario. There's much more things in that lake than a few bits of canyon. There's bound to be, like, particles of dead people. You know there has to. Yeah, I think that's a good way to sum it up. Val says, I will never forget that time when my teacher explained how the sewer water gets cleansed and how the water I'm drinking could be my grandpa's pee. Sums it up. Does anyone remember when McDonald's used to fry their apple pie? Well, it was the, what's it called? We call it chausson in French. It's basically, it was like the rectangular thingy with apple in it. Yeah, it was deep fried. I remember that. Can you imagine if there was something invented to filter artist paint water back into separate pigment? I'd buy that in a heartbeat. It would probably be a really complex process. At least we're not astronauts who drink our own filtered bodily fluids. Well, if it's filtered. The way of the Fremen, guys. I think only Paulo is gonna get that one. I think, like, two separate pigments. There was a video about a guy who separated stuff from stuff, and like he does a lot of chemistry. I think it's Nile red or Nile blue, Nile something, and he showcases how he cleans up his waste products from his experiments too. And sometimes it's really complex. Like, it's about like having a specific particle melt in acid, and then you filter out the melted particle in the acid, so what you have left is the other particles, and then you... Anyway, it's... wow. Chemistry, guys. Old particles of dead people. It's gotta be good for the immune system. I fried them, Mikey. We dipped them, still frozen, into water. What do you mean? Says, when I was in elementary school, my class took a field trip to the sanitation center in town, It was gross, like visiting the Hershey chocolate factory, except not. And that's the last things I'll say about that. Oh no! Dinosaur pee tap water. Aye. I'm loving this. Hazardous waste is no joke. Half our lab safety exams are about neutralizing and disposing of everything. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the bit that's the bit. That was French sneaking up there. That's the part that's really fascinating. How you neutralize all this stuff. I was like, whoa, it's the thing you never hear about. The pies were frozen and we dipped them in water, then fried them. The water is what made the crust bubbly. Oh, interesting. Huh. Hey, Cyan, hi. We're mature adults, honestly. In the water treatment area, they had a pet fish that swam around the lanes of various colored yellow water. Felt very sorry for that fish. 60 on the outside, 6 on the inside. I know, right now I'm hungry. That's always what happens in here. I just exclaimed to Dexter, "It's peanut butter jelly time," and he walked away very unimpressed. That boy doesn't know what's good in life. Oh, that reminds me. Funnily enough, this morning Scout was really grumpy. Like, grumpy McGrump. And I never really took notice of the cues when she's super grumpy. And Mr. E sort of pointed them out this morning, and I was like, oh, you're right. And it was really funny because she gets like riled up and she bit me. Like, she always bites me. It's never enough to break skin, but there's always these indents. You can kind of see some of the marks left. Some of these are like dry skin, but some of these are Scout's bark mark. And it just cracks me up because she's like, nah, and she bites because she's grumpy. And then 15 minutes later, we can hear her meowing. And she shows up and she's like, okay, I kind of feel bad. Do you guys still like me? Will you still feed me? Can I get some pets? She's like, what is this cat? What is this cat? What is it? I'm really needing butter chicken and rice. Ooh. Can you get it delivered, Mallory? I remember I took an extracurricular in high school for aquaculture, and we literally did nothing because we didn't have any of the parts needed for water treating the fish's environment. Oh no. Doesn't he know that PB&J is human tuna? Little cat worried about its future food. Definitely. Absolutely. It's so easy to forget that pets have moods too. And that sometimes they feel grumpy and they might get headaches and stuff, you know? Grilled PB&J. Ooh. What does the J stands for in PB&J for you guys? Is it jelly? Is it jam? Is it something else? Alright, so no delivery, though I can pre-order. If I do that, then I can put a coat over my PJs and that always works well. So, jam. Oh my gosh. Yeah, brownies are worth the trip, definitely. PB and juice, what? J is either jelly or jam, but jam is easier to spread. Jelly is easier to spread. What kind of jelly have you been eating? Jelly, and want one so bad, but guess I'll had to stick to fluff and nutter. That's marshmallow and peanut butter, right? Is that it? Jelly. I prefer jam. Jelly just seemed like jello. Oh, and jelly. So many jelly! Dang, I'm a jam person. Strawberry jam and peanut butter. Like, if I were to the point of putting jelly, I think I would just put honey. Because when you think about it, like, jelly is often grape jelly, and grape jelly is basically just sugar. So at that point, I might just put honey in there. Oh, Lee also says jam. I wonder if jelly might be a US thing and jam a more Canadian thing. Because I don't think grape jelly is all that big in here. The one time when I discovered grape jelly, I was in the US, so. Gelatin-free marshmallow cream. Whoa, that's fancy. Got some salted caramel. It's good with hot chocolate and peanut butter. Good grief, that sounds fancy. Down here in Texas, there's jalapeno. I saw that. Probably would be good with peanut butter, you know, because you have like satay and or peanut sauce, which is a savory peanut sauce. So why not? We only have jelly made from quince. Oh, interesting. Boxapate says, hubby thought I was a freak because jelly is jello to him and could not envision why in the world I'd want it on a sandwich. Ew. A jello and peanut butter sandwich? Ugh. No, that sounds nightmarish. Like a big slab of jello. I know we have grape jelly, but it was not that common. Like when I went into Florida when I was a kid, you could have grape jelly on the table in the restaurants in the little containers. I never had seen grape jelly available that way before. Number 1 peach jam, number 2 raspberry, number 3 blueberry. Everyone is on about jellies and jam, but what about the marmalades? Marmalades are gross! Unsweetened fruit spreads, they work. I mean, I stick them in the same categories as jams to me. I know they're not the same, but... And now he's a fan. Schmucker's frozen PBJ. Yeah, marmalade is orange jam. Why does it get its own category? Because it's basically citrus jam. Because they put the peel in there too. Which is not something you eat in any other circumstance. I find it often way too bitter. That's my only issue with marmalade. It's a lot of taste and it's bitter. But yuzu marmalade is absolutely amazing. Toasted bread, butter, and marmalade is good. My grandmother would eat the whole orange sans seeds. Whoa. Dang. The peel is super intense. Also really hurts when you get like peel juice in your eyes. Like when you peel any kind of citrus and it sprays all over your face and you get some in your eyes. It hurts so bad. Quince and guava paste type things aren't really common here. No, I've never seen them. I'm back. That's how long it takes me. But that's fine. That's perfectly fine. It's like going to the bathroom. And now you've got brownies, so you definitely win on all of us. That was a bad idea. Yeah, see, Amisha is on the same wavelength as I am. Oh, yuzu marmalade. Oh, I think I have some in the fridge. I'm stupid. I just need some sort of buttery spread thingy. I'll be back shortly. Aw. I wish I had my former mother-in-law's recipe for persimmon pudding. Ooh, sounds fancy. I actually haven't eaten anything at all. Oh no, Mallory! Get some food! Some energy. Currently drinking my favorite pineapple orange mango Mountain Dew. You had me before you said Mountain Dew. Pineapple orange mango juice sounds awesome. Butter chicken, butter chicken. Yes! Get that butter chicken! These brownies are really good. Made them in little muffin tins. That's such a great idea. I love doing that too. You don't have to struggle with cutting it off and having crumbs everywhere. You just grab muffins and then it's brownies, so it's like two awesome things compounded. Persimmon are funny. They're too bitter to eat until they've fallen and it's frosted a few times. But the pulp then is so sweet. Oh really? I've mostly eaten them dry. And the place we ordered them from dry, they're really good. They call them honey persimmon, I think. Really a delicious thing to eat, like dried up in slices, honestly. Good for the tummy and the migraines. Persimmon with nutmeg, ooh. You know, I haven't had dried mango in ages. Dude, it's dangerous to have dried mango. Because first issue, it's absolutely delicious. And second issue, your brain convinces you that it's healthy, so you don't have to stop eating it. So, yeah, that's an issue. It's so good though. I miss it. I haven't ordered any in forever. I used to get the big bags from nuts.com, but yes, it is dangerous. It draws you in. Definitely. Fruit or day last week with berries. Oh, yeah. I just helped polish off a bag of dried pineapple. Pineapple I find tricky because often they will leave you a bit of the you know, the middle part of the pineapple, and that's just not good. It's just like hard and fibery and chewy and ugh. But mangoes though. Dang it, I'm hungry now. Sometimes I have a baggie full of dried fruit, coconut shavings, walnuts, and low salt roasted cashews. Makes an excellent eating snack. Oh, definitely. It's like tropical mix. There are a lot of Portuguese people in Canada as well. So do you know if they prefer a province in particular? Most Portuguese Canadians reside in Ontario, founded by Quebec. Oh, interesting. I wouldn't have thought Quebec, honestly. Because most people prefer the English-speaking provinces. Hey, Alex Crispier, thank you so much for being here. Have a great weekend. See you on the Discord. Yeah, that's a good snack. Apple and peanut butter. That's a match made in heaven. Before 1974, French was the preferred language taught at schools over here. Oh, I didn't know that. That's interesting. Hey, thanks for being here, Tsukaboo. Have a nice weekend. Because, yeah, we often, well, it's completely understandable, but we attract people who speak French too. So a lot of people from the Northern African region and like Haiti. I don't know how to say that in English. Haiti. If you look, the majority is Ontario, which tracks. Yeah, definitely. Is French not the preferred language in schools in Quebec? It is. It's our first language. The first language in Quebec is French. That's the whole point. If you can call that French. So I was confused. Oh, yeah. I think you're trilingual, Lee. Or more. When I lived in Canada, we had half the day in English and half the day in French. Yeah, that's a good half and half. Well, it wouldn't work if you were in Quebec, but if you were in any other province, that's surprisingly open. This is my third 3-day weekend in a row. 3 days of time off or 3 days of work, Val? Okay, I'm doing it. I'm resetting my palette. This is the first time I've put my paints into a palette the way I want them, instead of just ordering them. Ooh, exciting! Oh, 3-day weekend out of school. That's great. Wow, that's a bad. Mallory says she was shamed by her teacher in Sweden in front of the students for not speaking French, because it was assumed that everyone in Canada was bilingual. Pretty ignorant to assume that. I just spent the last 2 hours cleaning out stuff I haven't needed in 2 years. Ooh, that's gotta feel great. I still have a lot of stuff, but I can get to the boxes of Christmas ornaments now. My room turned into a hoarded disaster. Oh, well, I'm glad you're getting through that now. I don't think anyone hoards in moments in their life where everything goes smoothly. So the fact that you're able to declutter now is sort of good news. Unless I'm wrong, and correct me if I'm wrong, of course. I don't know what to paint anymore. Hey Sam, hi. Cleaned out 2 plastic bins that only kept a handful of things like my 3 little toy Volkswagen Beetle and a couple of ocarinas. Oh, that's great. I have many other boxes to empty, but I can only do so much per week because of trash regulation. Oh, really? I've never really checked if we have trash regulation here. Maybe I should. But I mean, if we do, a lot of people don't know or don't care. Especially during the moving season. There are some humongous piles of trash at the time of the year. Alright, well, I'm thinking to call it a day about this point. I kind of need to take a break from these to get new ideas of colors and how to finish these, but I'm glad I've done this much work on them. They're this close to being shipped out, which is awesome. So unless you guys have some really specific questions, are they on screen? Yeah. I don't know if I can fit all 4 of those. Yeah, that fits. That's not too bad. Thank you guys. For the background, I've used the Galaxy Violet from Schminke, the granulating color. I still have the ground to paint in, but yeah. I love it too. I really like doing granulating backgrounds because it saves you from having either a boring background or a flat wash that has failed. Granulation is a lot more forgiving when it comes to making flat washes. So yeah, thank you very much everyone for being here today. I hope you have a great weekend. And I hope things go smoothly for you next week. And we will see each other next Saturday. If you're not on our Discord server, you can join up for free. The link is in the description. It's a pretty fun time. We just hang out there and chat and talk about a bunch of things. And it's a lot of fun. So yeah. Sort of looks like snow in Twilight. Yeah, a bit. It's very like appealing, I find. No granulations if you're a black fan. Yes. How to save a flat wash. Use cold pressed paper and have granulating paints in there. That's great. You can sort of hide the flaws in the granulation. Alright guys, have a great weekend. See y'all later. Bye bye. I would need my mouse, right? I just slept through this whole stream. Oh no, April! I hope it was a good nap though. Bye!